Oh, hold on. 1,000 years I have lived among you and fought in your battles, from the mires of Germania to the deserts of Bactria. But now the time has come for me to lay down my arms and teach the youths of humanity about the lessons I've learned, the peoples I've met, and the civilizations I've seen rise and fall.
It's a hell of a resume, my man. I look forward to learning. I look forward to learning more, man. Your content is I find it so original. It's not like a lot of the other content out there of VTubers, and you can carry a tune also, man. I think that's quite good. But putting out those small covers too, showing you've got a broad range of interests and skills. That's always important, man.
Well, regarding my tunes, as you call it, um, I think I've come to learn that everyone has their own kind of voice. Um, there aren't any no, there isn't any kind of objective way of singing. There's neither of us, I believe, have a very good range at the moment, but you have your soulful, raspy voice, and I have my deep baritone and fairly decent control, at least for an amateur. It just takes a little practice and a little commitment.
Yeah, you learn a little bit more every time you go out there, man. And range is great. Yeah, range is great, but it's not everything. Because like, look at Ozzy Osbourne, one of the greatest singers of all time. He really doesn't have a whole lot of range, but it's that inflection and the power he puts behind it.
Oh, definitely. Power is something I definitely need to work on. Like the last cover I did of Rayla by if you look at the original guy who sang it, the Gazette, the vocalist Rookie is he's singing it as if he's crying. I don't really have the kind of, like I said, currently the Gazette its fandom is mourning his the bassist death, and I don't think I haven't
Well,
listened to the. You were saying, yeah.
no, I'm sorry. The audio's getting a little choppy. Go ahead, man.
But yeah, the emotion behind it, I'll admit, I haven't listened to the Gazette for a while, and I think it's okay to admit that you don't have the exact kind of emotional connection that people really close to the guy have, but you know, I think just listening to someone else with that emotional connection can impart some of that to you. Like, humans are an empathetic species, just no matter what others think, others say about it.
Yeah, man, it's all about finding your own soul, man. Even with these established songs and the covers, putting your own spin on things. Why people would want to listen to you over someone else, and it's not mutually exclusive, man. It's a whole different cacophony, different types of voices, and that's one of the big reasons I wanted to do shooting my shot this week with all different types of VTubers because I wanted to get so many different voices and so many different influences that were on me out here, and help show them to the world, show just what flavor really is, man. And I thank you for joining me on this game of Risk. I believe this is the port of the mobile version of Risk. It's free to play. You get a limited amount of plays. That's what the little token thing in the corner is. But there's so many that if you're going to play enough that you run out of tokens, you're probably going to spend the $12 to get the full base game, anyways. And for what you get for the $12, it's not really. It's not that bad. Unlimited games and avatars and stuff.
Wait, unlimited
But it is a
games?
mobile game. And it's got
Oh, I see. For the $12. For the $12.
right. You got to buy like Risk rubies or whatever. Call them.
Oh,
But the
the
base
tokens
game
in the
is
top right
free. Base
corner.
maps is free. Right, and they do rotate stuff out for free. So after I've gone ahead and set up traditional world domination map. So after this, we'll figure the next game. We'll see what kind of free content they got laying around this week. But for now, the tournament gets like 4, the next gets like 6, the next gets like 8. So the later and later you go to turn in your cards, the more troops you'll get. So there is that risk reward of, do you want to take it in now, or do you want to turn it in later and get more back?
I did not know that. So the later your card, the game is, the more troops you get from cards. All right.
Right. However, you can't wait too long, because if you have 5 cards, then that guarantees you can make at least one 3 of a kind. So then they force you to go ahead and make one. And the real fun part, the way that I play, the real fun part is, if you eliminate someone, you get their cards. So that can make a whole chain reaction.
Yeah, I mean, I do notice what Malone is saying, that is, I think Argentina may be your stronghold, and that is sort of correct, which is that in a lot of these strategy games, like turn-based strategy games, in a lot of these turn-based strategy games, corner pieces are always, or corner tiles are always the best places to be, because it means you can't be attacked from multiple sides.
Right, that's why I always go for Australia, because you just got that one gateway there. But there is a way. Remember, don't forget that you can, from the one edge of Russia, you can go over to Australia, so you can actually loop across the board.
Internet speed is still doing terrible.
That's not a problem, man. Take your time. I think we finally got to set everyone up.
All right.
So Red goes first. Let's see what he does.
All right. Let's see which direction he goes. All right. Egypt into Persia.
You totally repelled him, man.
Oh, I did. Yeah. Wait, I rebelled him twice. All right.
You must have like the Prince of Persia over there or something.
Yeah. Horus the Great, the Messiah. I'm not sure if you know this, but Cyrus the Great was described in the Hebrew Bible as the Messiah or Anointed One, because he allowed the Jews to return to Israel after the Babylonian captivity. All right, let's go to attack.
Are you on a team of where it's every man for themselves, Carl? There are no teams in Rift. There may be temporary alliances.
All right, good start.
Yeah. Crossing over that bridge of the map.
The Bering Strait Bridge. I think that's what it's called, the Bering Strait. The land bridge that was there 40,000 years ago, and it the Native Americans came to the New World using it. Oh, that was there's a bit of luck.
As I will defer to your. I'll defer to your knowledge on the matter, man. You've done a lot of work and a lot of research on this kind of stuff, and that's why I do find your history content so interesting. It is so different.
Thank you.
That's what one of the things I love about Flavor is the originality. The freedom to do whatever you want, as long as it's not going to get you bonked by YouTube.
Well, it's not like we can rely on sex appeal.
Yeah, fair enough. Because the rules, I think the rules for that are weirder on Twitch, like a little bit more.
Hey, I'm hearing a knocking.
But YouTube, yeah, you got to be careful because they do keep changing the rules.
I'm hearing a knocking. Is there someone at your
Okay,
door?
so I got. No, I'm in the back. It might be my fan. That or like maybe the echo from the headphones. I'll make sure they're plugged in a little tighter. Okay, so put one here. One here. Because you have to take over at least one territory in your turn in order to get a card. So I think I'm good.
Oh yeah, Malone.
Start running through.
You know about my eventual plan to do a vlog about the local Spanish missions in the Bay Area?
Yeah, I heard about that. That was I'm very interested in learning more about that, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of living on the edge, playing Risk in real life. In that I'm not that against people knowing who I am, because I am kind of a nobody. If they really look hard, but the San Francisco Bay Area is such an interesting place, or at least with a really interesting history, because in California in general, it's the home of Hollywood. It was the base for the Pacific War during World War II, and now it's the home of the tech revolution. Pop quiz. No, you're probably not going to know this, but do you know? Did I ever tell you where the name California comes from?
No, man, I'm not sure.
California is the mystical land in what is it? This Spanish chivalric romance called the Chronicle or Tale of Armand de Gaulle. And California is a land of Amazons. California comes from Caliph because they're allied with the Muslims. So Califia, the queen, takes an army of warrior women and griffins to the Middle East and joins a Muslim empire to attack Constantinople. And she ultimately fights Armand de Gaulle, the hero, and loses. And ultimately, she marries Armand de Gaulle's cousin or brother, I think, and converts to Christianity and goes home to Christianity there. Oh, Red Napoleon just lost. There is nothing we can do.
Red's already down. Yeah, and now Blue gets all of his cards, so he might be able to catch him in early. But yeah, that sounds like a hell of an epic, man. Well, I'm sorry, what was the name of the story again?
Armand de Gaulle. It's a chivalric romance.
Armand de Gaulle.
Takes place
I'll have to look that up sometime, man.
Yeah, it takes place in the same universe as the Arthurian mythos.
Nice.
I'm going to continue my march.
I'm a little bit more familiar with that, but not as much as I probably would. Can Zos come back? I think Zos is doing fine for himself. Because he's only got a few properties, but he is kind of got a pretty decent amount of troops in him. Playing a little more strategically.
I got him. I don't got him. You know what? Let's fortify.
Now, initially when I first started playing Risk, I didn't understand the rules of fortification. It's you can move any amount of troops from one spot you control to another spot you control, as long as they're all by armies you control. So let's see. I don't like the fact that Yellow has a full continent right now, but I don't have a whole bunch of choice in that right now. So I'll try to break up Blue from getting a full continent. Maybe I'll make it over to Yellow. See how my luck goes. Zos is orange. I'm purple.
Seriously though, I'm convinced my broadband is not doing well because my parents are doing something upstairs. You know what Discord says? Broadband doesn't grow on trees.
Yeah, you'd think that good internet solutions would be more plentiful, but at a lot of the places, like out here in the desert, I've only got one option for internet service, and that was really a big headache when setting up for working from home, that I just don't have those kind of options. See, I'll move those here. Because you'd think there'd be more choice with something that's such an important part of the modern condition. Like, almost everyone uses the internet for everything, like job searching and things like that. But it's just a few companies that have taken hold of a lot of areas.
Yeah, that's the issue. Internet service is basically a monopoly or an oligopoly. Kara says...
Well, hopefully with a little bit of awareness.
Kara says, I miss the Rock Band game.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Rock Band was an essential part of our childhood. Of many of our childhoods. I mean, I can acutely remember begging my parents to buy me Guitar Hero 3 for my birthday.
Well, I don't know, but I never got really into Rock Band. I've played Guitar Hero before, but I only played it like in the arcade. I never actually spent money on the extra peripherals and everything.
Yeah, I mean, you know, back then in the 2000s, I mean, when did Guitar Hero come around? Did it come out around the financial crisis?
I'll check.
Okay. Irkutsk.
Guitar Hero Live released in 2015. It looks like, no, that's not it. Guitar Heroes was first released in 2005. So it's been a very long running series. Yeah, and then obviously it evolved to Rock Band with the other instruments available, and now there are just so many options out there.
Let's Fortify. I mean, there's also this game called Rocksmith, which is like Guitar Hero, but you play a real guitar.
Yeah, that sounds more interesting, like actually playing the real guitar instead of just like the little five, because it is more of like a quote-unquote button basher, for lack of a better term, as opposed to actually learning the real guitar. See, I'm trying to figure out who's about to get ended. Let's go ahead and... This guy's leaving Europe unprotected. Let's have some fun with that. Rock Band... Yeah, that's a good point, Carl. Rock Band made it multiplayer.
Oh shit, you just... Did you just lose... Did you just lose?
Man, that's the dice, man.
Yeah.
I lost like 5 guys, and that is literally the risk. That's how the game goes. But I did get one I did get one country, so at least I still get one card.
Yellow guy has not attacked me at all so far.
Well, it looks like Yellow's trying to do their own thing, holding on to South America. Because it is important to hold a full continent if you can.
Never mind.
But it's also important to... Uh-oh. Looks like trying to... Oh! That lost quite a bit there. Looks like they're trying to unify the two Americas. Didn't quite make it. If Blue's smart, he's going to start moving into South America, but I guess not. I'm sure he's got his own strategy. Well, Pink isn't doing too well. I think Pink's down to 1.
I wonder, should I finish him off? You know who the pink...
If you finish him off, you get his cards.
You know who the pink avatar looks like? I made a video about him. Toussaint from the leader of the Haitian Revolution.
Oh, I see the resemblance. And so, yeah, if you go ahead and knock Pink out of the game, you get his cards.
No fooling.
Yep. And if that puts you over 5 cards, then instead of playing cards on the beginning of your turn, you have to get cards on the spot. So